Oh, hell. What am I ain't talking about? Okay, I'm going to just continue. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. You know, and I need some nice music. What's that? Too eclectic for me. Always, I always back to that point. Feedback? Yes, no, maybe. I know you there. I might displacer beast. Ah. Groovy in the building. Good afternoon, evening, sir. And a big Semper Fidelis to Semper Fidelis. Hello, Grandma. How you doing? And it is the professor. What's going on with y'all? Glad y'all could slide on up in here. And then come on, y'all. He is president of y'all to report. All right, well, get a little bit more y'all off up in here. And stop lurking and come say hi. What that guy doing? We're just gonna sit in the chat and stare. We're not gonna say anything. Imagine how much more fruitful your experience would be if you did. Just saying. Javon, what's up, my guy? Good to see everybody popping up, pulling up. Yeah, y'all get here fast enough. We get started. I don't want to be boring y'all deaf. I got a few short things. I always say 1, 2, 3. Did I go that? I did not. Brother Theo, greetings and salutations. There will be a lot of action figures in this live tonight. So I expect your feedback, brother. I'll grab this. Gearing up for Halloween. Gearing up for Halloween. Because, you know, once Labor Day passes, everybody's chasing Halloween. So, got my jump. I'll get it out the box a little later. what we do later. Because we're going to get into a segment that I like to call, what would you customize this into? That's going to be fun. That's going to be lots and lots and lots of fun. And I am going to talk about a particular superhero, heroine today, because of an action figure that will be released soon. I'll tell you what I like about her, and I'll tell you why I'm getting the action figure. That part. And of course, we're gonna talk about our boy Miles Morales. What's going on with Miles? Spooky season is the modern term for the time before Halloween. Spooky season, got it. The ever incomparable Paul Martin. How you doing, sir? How you doing, sir? Okay. Okay. Now, everybody, we're gonna play a game called Negro, You Should Have Got Here on Time. Now, here's how we play that game. Kind of improv based too. And we're gonna do it like this. When people come in to the chat, if one of them asks, what are we talking about? Or what's the subject? Or what are we doing? Because most of the people who come to this live, at least according to my analytics, most of the people that come to this live courtesy of X or Twitter, if you will. So that's where I put my PSA out about the live and put the information about what's being discussed in the live. So a good way to come in would be, are we talking about this topic? Are we talking about that topic? Are we talking about that? At least that way, that lets me know that person at least looked and said, oh, those are topics of discussion. That piqued my curiosity. I want to talk about it. So, put that in the chat. You should have got here on Negro. You should have got here on time. Because more than likely, if it's the Rock With Me Nation, it's going to be a Negro. And if it's a Negro, more than likely, we take pride in pulling up the stuff on CP Time. We do. Tell me where to lie. I'm not lying. Am I lying? No. Okay. Red and gold till I'm dead and cold. You see the KC. You see me rocking my red Monarchs jersey. I have a white Monarchs jersey too because I represent my town to the fullest. Even though I'm not in it right now, it's kind of like Big Trouble in Little China. When the old dude was telling Jack Burton, China is here as long as it exists in there. But okay. Hey, Miss Katie, how you doing? It's very, 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 very good to see you. We haven't even gotten to the 10-minute mark yet. So when I start, you can't say, how come? You can't say how come because I you know what I'm saying? I'm that cool teacher. I give you time to get here before I get started. But if you don't get here by the time I start, don't be begging for a pass. You know what I'm saying? So, but if I'm late, you know what I mean? I give y'all a little extra. Make it do what it do. You understand? Okay. Let's get. Oh, let me show y'all. There go my puppy. That my puppy. That my new puppy. That Chief. There go Chief right there. Chief is a puppy. But Chief is rambunctious. So that's why I don't have him up in here, because he will tear this room up. So I'll let Chief get up in here. And not until I get him trained a little better. Make him a dog instead of just that dog you got running around the house acting wild and crazy. You know what I mean? And he's that kind of dog right now. He's just running around the house acting wild and crazy. He pulls up and shoots. It's good. Okay, y'all are here now. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Okay. Y'all like the music? Is that a good enough music selection? Because I was waiting, see if what somebody was gonna say. Oh, I want to hear something different. Though, got something? Nah. This right here, y'all, caught my eye the other day. Let's talk about that, shall we? Now, if you want to see the full, or the full article, of course, it's on Screen Rant, and it's got some extra pictures that kind of depict the use of this new power, shall we say. I haven't been too deep into Miles, but I'm privy to Miles' plight, via the events in Blood Hunt. So from what I've gleaned in Blood Hunt, Miles can now add being a vampire to his power set. Miles' power set far outstrips Peter's, it seems. But this ain't about who's more powerful or anything like that. Because I know initially when Miles came out, we were concerned about Miles's character being undermined in favor of Peter. We also say a lot, we want powerful black hero or powerful hero of color. We got Blue Marvel, and people are like, I think I need more. Okay, now while Miles is nowhere near the level of Adam Brashear, let's see what we straight Raw Dog working with. We're working with what? Superhuman strength in the 5 to 10 ton range. Superhuman speed, agility, reflexes, how good you can dodge automatic weapon fire. That's pretty damn good. A spider sense that warns him of danger. He can go into a chameleon or stealth or camouflage mode where he's not able to be seen, and he's got a venom blast similar to Jessica Drew. Now to that, we can add vampiric powers, which is probably an amp in his strength, or it should be. Some sort of regenerative factor, but that regenerative factor will probably be dependent on that. Don't know whether or not he can shapeshift yet. That would be cool. Hey, What if he could shape? I'm being petty. What if he could shapeshift into a spider? I mean, I could see that being handy in some instances, but I could see it being mad inconvenient in others. But yeah, are we concerned? Do we care? Are we thinking about it? Do we like the fact that Miles Morales has gotten more power? Do we like the fact that Miles Morales is a functioning vampire? Do we like the fact that Miles Morales is clearly stronger, got more power? The code name, Espiritu, is the code name they're talking about giving to him. It means spirit. Giving him a buff to his speed, to where he's fast, what it looks like in the picture. How we feeling, Malo Mike? They already made Miles more powerful in the Spider-Man 2 game. Did they make him a vampire in the Spider-Man 2 game? No. So that's what I'm talking about, Professor. He's been made yet more powerful. See what I'm saying? So the deal. I'm glad somebody likes to beat Moyo. Thank you. Long as his powers are actually used. I'd love to see him glamour somebody. Do we got those vampire powers? See, those subtle, those sympathetic vampire powers are the ones that you know what I mean, are cool to see. It worked for Jubilee, but Miles didn't need a vampire upgrade. Yeah, because now that's a whole nother problem. You see what I'm saying? That's a whole nother problem. You're gonna be operating in the daylight. Somebody catch you out in daylight. Because if his costume is covering his whole body, never mind. I'm gonna have to get up on if I'm be speaking on this, I need to get up on this Miles Morales, do a little more research on the new power set and the new power and how it works. Does he have a rogues gallery that warrants a power up? I don't really follow Miles. I don't really follow Miles either. But my whole thing of bringing it up, Paul, was we always talking about we want more powerful black heroes. Our black heroes don't be powerful enough. So now with a vampire with the proportionate strength and agility of a spider and the mentorship of the original and a couple of other abilities that the original don't have, I mean, what are we talking here? Aren't we getting what we want, in effect? A more powerful black character. Or a black character having more powers, if that makes sense. Gray, hello, how you doing? Dracula can lift about 7 tons. I wonder how much Miles can lift now. Vamps can move in daylight now. That's right. They sure can. They gave us a cosmic black hero, Ghostlight, that's spun out of Silver Surfer comic. No one cared. Yeah, but how hard did they push, or are they pushing Black Light? See what I'm saying? I mean, I'm assuming, Paul, you ain't too much in the know of those kinds of things, and so that was kind of a new wrinkle on you. But How do you make a character popular? Again, it's the same issue we're having with T'Challa. These broken runs on his comic. I don't know how many times I have to go into it and say it, and Joe, where T'Challa's not as popular as. Well, if I ended my stuff at the 15 issues, I wouldn't be as popular either. If the writer kept cutting me off at the 15 issues, if the writer kept cutting me off after 10 issues, if the writer kept cutting me off after a 4-issue miniseries, nah, I would not be popular. Whereas if you shoving the same character in my face month after month in at least 2 to 3 to 4 different comics, he's gonna get popular. Look at Miles Morales. Did we ask for another Spider-Man? Nope. We got one though. It's that kind of thing. So, I mean, do we want a more powerful character, or as Paul Martin said, we just don't care when we do get more powerful characters? Do we want the character to look black? Is that what it is? We have to be able to look at him and be like, that's a brother. Is that what it is? Pete's got more villains than anyone. 616 Miles has been fighting them. He could use a few exclusive goons. Yeah, I didn't think he, but that's what I'm saying, D. And welcome, by the way. They don't really care if there's an agenda to make that character the man or the woman. We just gonna keep throwing them at you. In this story, in that story, in this book, in that book, a cameo here, a feature there. Next thing you know, on an upbeat note, saw a black kid at my library today with a Black Panther action figure. T'Challa, not Shuri. Brought a smile to my face. Aw, look at that, look at that. Bless your heart, bless your heart, bless your heart, sir. I'm glad that you were able to experience. Okay. Now, in terms of not letting a character or a premise get dry, because they're clearly not letting Miles Morales disappear from the collective conscious. You see what I'm saying? Miles Morales has been in our damn face since his inception. Everybody who wants to be popular can't say that. And it's not a knock on Miles as a character. I ain't tripping one way or another. I like Miles. Miles is cool. I mean, if you want to put Miles in 20 books, I don't care. But saying with certainty, with all confidence, who is the flagship black superhero? Because you know whose name is coming out of folks' mouth when you say one of two, who's the Caucasian flagship superhero? One or two. And both of them's last part of their name start with man. We know that for a fact. So why can't there be somebody like that collectively that we accept as our hero, quote unquote? Because clearly Miles isn't universally everyone's hero. At least, in our neck of the woods. Mostly because Miles' creator, Bendis, is a rock star. And I would add to that, Paul, it's a different time. The Black Panther was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. But it would be argued Bendis' hand has been constantly, if not almost constantly, in the mix when it comes to Miles Morales. Not so much with T'Challa. Yeah. So what else have we learned? If you consistently cape for your character and you're a rock star, well, maybe we can get Brian Michael Bendis to do T'Challa. Nah, we don't want to do that, dude. Another problem with Miles and Pete, live in different but close boroughs. Hard to explain why one doesn't show up to help the other. I feel Miles was created for one black kid in a mostly white circle of friends, like Sam is for respectability politics Negroes. Indeed. Black Panther, due to the movie, is the one black superhero non-comic book fans recognize. And why not build on that with the comic? No, we want to go exploring every damn thing but T'Challa. Oh, look, there's T'Challa's great-great-great-great-grand-uncle. Oh, there's T'Challa's sister's cousin's mother on her side. Oh, there's the vibranium mound. Oh, how did we get this shield around the city? And what is it made of? How did we do this? Oh, what about the Dora Milaje? Let's find out about everything but. Everything but. You'll never be universally accepted if there are exceptions. If that makes sense. You know, your books. Well, you need to have a book between 1990 and 1993. Not a regular monthly mag. You didn't have a regular monthly mag between 79 and 83. These breaks in the run. You didn't even get a book until you had been around for 10 years. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. Miles is the one they want to prop up and place up. You know, you giving him what if stories. He's been in 2, 3, about to be 4 movies, 2, 3, 4 movies. Yeah. See what I'm saying? That's how you make a character flagship. That's how you make a character popular. They comparing, what was a little while ago, I did a video comparing T'Challa and Miles Morales. Both are at issue 200. And Miles Morales ain't even been around 20 years. WTF. They want to keep doing smoke and mirrors to diffuse the focus on T'Challa. Yeah, that's why we got to keep screaming T'Challa, T'Challa, T'Challa. Do more laymen know who T'Challa is than Aquaman? No. No. Because Aquaman has been around. Well, Aquaman been around since the 40s. But Aquaman has been in our face in more than one medium in the 60s. Even if he's only known for being mediocre for most of his career, he was known. You know what I'm saying? He's Aquaman. He talks to the animals and he swims. Until a writer was clever enough to come along and go, hey, he can control a gang of sharks and make them jump out the water and attack you. Hey, he can attack a basal ganglia in your brain with his aquatic telepathy and give you a seizure. Hey, he's got a hook like a pirate now. Hey, he's pretty damn strong. You know, when you start to, focus, and now they don't put respect. It took Aquaman 40, 50 years, but now they putting respect on his name. But he was around that entire time. Aquaman's a joke. Aquaman's a joke. Aquaman's a joke. Aquaman's a joke. 90s. ooh, Aquaman done got angry. But we were still talking about him. He never left our collective consciousness. You see what I'm doing? Aquaman. Person don't know nothing about comic books. Know who Aquaman is. Oh, it's not the guy that swims around and talks to the fish. Or ain't that Jason Momoa? They know who Aquaman is. That's the problem. T'Challa is very well known. T'Challa is very well respected. But T'Challa ain't universal. Well, or at least he ain't there yet. And it's because we got this invisible wall where they say, we just can't take him any higher. Because if we do, he's going to become something we don't want him to become. Yes, no, maybe. Well, that's how I feel about it. Anyway. If anybody was at. How many of you enjoyed Chris Claremont's work on X-Men? You enjoy Chris Claremont's work on X-Men? That's a rhetorical question because I know you did enjoy Chris Claremont's work on X-Men. I don't know many people that didn't enjoy Chris Claremont's work on X-Men. Chris Claremont brought us a lot of fantastic things during his how long? At least a couple decades because he was gone and then came back. But yeah, if I had I can show y'all better now. This Rogue right here is due for rollout soon. She will be available, I think it's November. Well, anyway, I've ordered mine. This Rogue right here is what I have been waiting for to come out for years. You know what I'm saying? And this is when Rogue was dope to me. When she was cold-blooded and ruthless and was just like, I'm finna F everybody up because my mama said knock y'all out. Well, this is the Rogue I own currently. I can't wait to get my new Rogue so I can start putting her in scenes in like a Miss Marvel type thing where she's getting her power stolen and stuff like that. Well, I know most of us remember that Rogue, but just for those of you that may not, or might have been on the DC tip at the time, that's the book right there. You would think it would have been an X-Men book or something like that. But this is the book right here where Rogue made her debut. This is a replica. Gotta be. Because that book was not $6.99. Or it must be the British version. Anyway, all of that was in the book. All of that was in the book. That cover is not capped. Everything as advertised, bam, occurred in that book. But why was this book so dope to me? Because I saw images that like blew my mind, like this one. She broke Cap down like that. I remember opening up that book. Well, first they showed Cap like smashing into that park bench, and then all of a sudden she does this. I'm like, who is she? She just wrecked Captain America. You know what I mean? And just so you know, this group of Avengers plus Thor and Iron Man is who was dealing with. That's a pretty nice grouping of Avengers. That's a formidable group of Avengers. How formidable are they? Formidable enough to where Thor makes the mistake of touching her because he don't know nothing about her. She got Thor powers now. Vision tries to reach into her and reaches into Thor and gets one shot at. She's banging on him. You know what I mean? And then comes back with the whole brotherhood. But this is also where we saw this flex. That's Wanda going up against Pyro. Pyro made a big giant fire monster to turn against the Avengers. And Wanda turned through hex after hex after hex after hex until that living fire monster, as they put it in the captions, turned into an unliving monster of stone. Up until that point, that was a flex for Wanda. Big time. So, not only am I excited to do the Ms. Marvel thing with my new Rogue figure when it comes, but we also gonna be having Rogue watch the Avengers, just like she did in Avengers Annual 10. Without Chris, X-Men would have died in the 70s. Dead. Graveyard dead. Yeah, they do. If I had told 14-year-old Paul in 81 that about 20 years later he would be drowning in apathy over X-Men, he wouldn't believe me. Yeah, with some Tide, with some detergent, some powerful detergent. They all got dusted at one point. There was one point where Wonder Man rushed at her full throttle and tried to bowl her over. That was sad. And that's what I'm saying. Rogue wasn't trained by Professor Xavier yet. That was Mystique's training. Mystique trained her to handle the Avengers. Keep that in mind. And that book is worth a gang of money. That's Chris Claremont did that Avengers Annual, and I believe Michael Golden did the art. Michael Golden did the art. Dropped to 81, I believe it was. I could just look at the book, can't I? Yeah, 81. It was the annual for 81. Annual 81. Duh. Come on now. Be real. I can help you with simple stuff. So you had that issue. You like it was different. It was different from because at the time Perez was doing the Avengers. And to change it up, I mean, I was like, why? He was doing a great job. But it was just that annual. He say Steve's like my stars and spangles. Oh, yeah, that Mike Golden art. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Say you can't wait. I can't wait to show it to you. She got it right in the cobblers. Okay. Bruh. It's a copy. Matter of fact, I seen a copy of Avengers Annual 10 in my LCS I want to say a week or two ago. I mean, like one of those must-haves where they reprinted it. It's in there. If you want to get the book to own to read it, yeah, they've got a copy like that. But yeah, it was about Rogue is the reason, and Rogue looked a little more manly. You see, what I'm saying? Rogue went from this to this. That's a huge change. That's a very, very huge change. Very, 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 very huge change. So you got in trade format. I got the original bagged and boarded. I should get it slabbed. Your boo Jessica was in it. Yeah, that was the book opened up with Jessica Drew saving Carol Danvers, who had already been drained by Rogue. I'm not gonna spoil it for you if you never read it. Rhea Ripley Rogue. The wrestler? Rhea Ripley as Rogue? Huh. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. He said, either way, they said she bad. They stayed like Psylocke. Jim Lee added sexy southern comfort to her design. You are not wrong, sir. Jim Lee did do some things in the 90s. He did indeed do some things. Hey, y'all. Did y'all know that there is a He-Man movie coming out? I think in 2025, 2026. Have you seen the guy that's going to play He-Man? I hope he's planning on working out. Nicholas Galitzine, I believe is how you pronounce that gentleman's name. He will be playing He-Man. That what you see when you see He-Man? This cat right here? Talk to me, rock with me, nation. A lot of y'all, like me, are Generation X. He-Man is clearly rooted in Generation X. How do we feel about people effing him up? Now, there's a different guy playing He-Man. Who's playing He-Man if it ain't him? Because ain't they one in the same? You know what? Too much information out here. Nah, bruh. Nah. he playing them both. Sorry. He's playing them both. So, let me give you. Oh boy. That boy got some work to do, don't he? You got some work to do, Nick. You got some work to do. You gonna be He-Man. Well, he gonna have to get in the gym quick. Well, put that one in the toilet. That's about to be a turd. But I don't know. You're gonna have to shock me, bruh. You're gonna have to shock me. You are going to have to shock me. Because I'm from Missouri. You have to show me, Nick, that you could pull it off. You better get some Henry Cavill going up in that piece. Because I don't see that happening. Professor say he would cast Chloe Grace Moretz as Rogue. Has she filled out since the last time I seen her? But she looked straight up and down last time I saw her. Dolph Lundgren was iconic as He-Man. Mr. Ray Smith, I see you in here coming in banging with jokes. You can't be both. Why can't he? We got that technology now. Remember Steve Rogers in Captain America: The First Avenger? It can be done. He said he need to live in the gym. Tired of the weak people playing action hero role. Well, they got mad when Alan Ritchson's portrayal of Jack Reacher, even though that shit was 10 times more accurate than Tom Cruise. You caping for a celebrity. You ain't caping for the character in that case. Why Tom Cruise is Jack Reacher? 5'6". Jack Reacher is described as a hulk of a man, a monster of a man. That ain't Tom Cruise. Alan Ritchson, though. Exactly. Rogue need curves. That ain't Chloe Grace Moretz, my dude. That is not Chloe Grace Moretz. She don't got thighs like that. And if I take this out the package, she got a dong. Chloe Grace Moretz definitely ain't got no dong. Gemma Atherton, the one that plays Cersei? Marie needs to be a little younger, don't she? Than Gemma. Gemma pushing 40, ain't she? Let me see. '86. Okay. All right. So yeah, mid 30s, or yeah, mid 30s. So yeah. Possibly. I will always believe Affleck and West were the most comic book accurate Batman from a physical perspective. You mean physical appearance. You don't mean physique, right? Because Adam West ain't had no physique. He was just a dude in a Batman ballet suit. But yes, I watched it. I watched it because there was nothing else to watch. I agree using tech, but Hollywood, they love fresh new takes on classic IPs. Scarlett Bordeaux or Toni Storm is the perfect rogue build. Wow, y'all going hard. Lily Reinhart. Ooh. Lily Reinhardt, maybe. He's a Chadwick Boseman, one of few actors who's the same height as the superhero he portrayed. 6'6'1". Yeah, so me and Chadwick Boseman would have been looking each other in the eye. Or close to it. He's got me by an inch. They could always gain weight. Yeah, they could, but nah, bruh. Nah. I think Rogue should be an unknown actress, the exact opposite of Anna Paquin. Well, she sure shouldn't be no little skinny, scrawny. I'm just saying, y'all. Look here, y'all. Let's do something right now. Let's do something right now. I have action figures. And this ain't about the conventional stuff. This is about what can I make with this action figure? How can I customize it? How best would this figure be customized? That is essentially the question. And we gonna kick this show off. This puppy right here. I don't know how many of y'all are into the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line. But there was one character. I just like the physical appearance of him. And his name was Cyclops. He has a very cool look. Don't believe me? Look at it. That's a real nice look. Only accessory comes with full shield that can fit either on his wrist, like so, or you don't have to be bothered with it at all. Throw that sucker on his back. Now, what I also like about him, pull that faceplate off. What, pray tell, would we do with this fella? Mario say he looks like Shredder, Ninja Time, until I pull that faceplate off. Then he ain't so shreddery. He kind of look like a blue pharaoh. Ooh, that's a very cool name. But yeah, there you go. That's the first one. So Shredder's all we came up with. He does have, the shoulder blades. And yeah, he probably could make him a very rainbow-esque Shredder. But yeah, that's the Masterverse line, y'all. Very, very articulate. If you don't have any, y'all should go ahead and pick some up. I'm very particular about what I grab from that line. Like we always say, I just get what I like. Okay? So marinate on that one. See what you can do with that. Just kick it around in your head for a little bit, and maybe if we need to revisit this or swing back around towards the end of the show, we can swing back around to this. I'm not difficult to work with. It's just the idea. I've been, kind of kicking around. Just doing what I do. Doing what I do. Okay, all right. You done woke up. You done woke up. I done woke your stuff up, huh? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. Oh, you gonna send me. You gonna send me love, bro. You gonna send me love. Now, I've been on a NECA kick, y'all. You know, Sesame Front. NECA got solid figures. At the end of the day, you say what you want to say, but NECA got some solid figures. Now, I know I showed this. I think I showed this to you. I may have. I may not have. See, everybody keeps saying the same thing. Master Shredder. Well, okay. Let me challenge you. Shredder is the obvious choice. I have 3 Shredders. I don't need a 4th. So what else could we do besides Master Shredder? A repaint or kit bashing. Into what, Moyo? Into what, brother? Yeah. I don't know if I had told y'all I was going to get some Last Ronin stuff, but yeah. I have the Last Ronin unarmored. Because a lot of people are like, oh, D-Real, you say you the ninja guy, but you don't got no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I needed the one I wanted. And they also have this in an armored version. And I heard this is green lighted for a movie. I will definitely be going to see that. He is accessoried out. He's got crazy accessories. You know what I'm saying? All that up in there, around there, a lot of hands. Wizard. He said wizard. I can see that being a wizard. What could we kit bash that into? What could we, you know what I'm saying? Because I know turtles are difficult. A different head sculpt or some kind of monster head sculpt, because NECA makes a lot of monsters. It's kind of what I was thinking, maybe something mythological. They do resemble Kappa, so there's a thought. But that's where my mind went with it, was like something mythological. But if we're not feeling that, that's not our cup of tea. Gotcha. Uh-oh. Theo said, mutated frogman. I would be willing to explore that possibility, sir. Maybe some new legs or feet. See, this is why I mess with y'all. Because y'all are not at a loss for ideas. Okay? This one I just picked up yesterday. And I'm like, I'm going to hit him with this at the live tomorrow to see what everybody got to say. Now, call me crazy, but sometimes you grab things and say, this is good kit bash. Okay? Or this is good customized. I saw it. I had to get it for the price. I had to get it. That is cinematic version of Queen Hippolyta, Queen of the Amazon. She comes with a sword and spear, and then there are Build-A-Figure parts. DC puts their parts together better. Case in point, Ares is the Build-A-Figure. They gave you an arm and a leg. And you've only got to find 4 figures to put this together versus 5 or 6 or 7. Come on, Marvel Legends. Stop playing. Here, let's make her look a little majestic. Let's make her look a little majestic. Now, are you thinking what I'm thinking when you see this right here? I know I'm thinking what I'm thinking, but I want to know if y'all thinking what I'm thinking when I think what I'm thinking when I see this thing, so that our thoughts are aligned. She looks so good with this beard. And it's 6 inches too. The figure. I could see, and this comes off, by the way. I could see, I would put in the work. I would paint her. I would put in the work to make her a newbie. Because she looks closer to a newbie. Well, not yet. But she looks closer to a newbie costume-wise than what I was working on. She's more of a unique look, I think, for Nubia. May not necessarily have that height, but that's where my thought went. And then I was tempted to try and get the other 3 in this line. But that's a nice looking Aries, ain't it? I would rock that. Oh wow. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. My D&D people, my D&D people. Every time you do that, Gray, I think of like a Looney Tunes cartoon where they be like, boy, if that's what you're going for, I'm right with you. Ooh, that would be see, that's why I mess with y'all. Why I mess with y'all. Nubia, Queen of the Amazons outfit. Very, very similar. Light, easy paint. And it already got the fur. Oh, yeah. Y'all just confirmed it, because that's what I was thinking. Okay. I put in the work, and I guarantee you I'm gonna let y'all see it. Because y'all are the ones that what inspired but confirmed the idea. So yeah, it's about to be a whole thing, y'all. It's about to be a whole thing. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. You say Gray just went full Gray. You never go full Gray. I don't know what it is. So I can't tell you, mate. If full was too much. Okay. We're not done yet. I'm just putting them back in the I'll get them out later. Hey, don't trip, y'all. Don't trip. We got a little more show to do. And we're gonna get to it. Because we rock with each other. Okay. Where is Damn. This is from the Best Action line, and by and large, after I bought that Lightning from Big Trouble in Little China and seeing how like small it was in scale, so they're like, I think they're like 5 inches maybe, and I was about to walk away from this one, but then I thought about it and I said, creative purposes, that ain't bad. That is a fox woman. We get her out. This is supposed to be like Raphael's girlfriend. I think is that I read somewhere. Because this is from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line. Her name is Alapex. So I guess you could say she's kind of Where fox? At. So because she's small, that's okay. Because foxes are small. Foxes foxes are supposed to be small. So her being small isn't necessarily a bad thing. She's standing about 4.5, 5 inches tall, but that's what that's what you expect from a little being like this. She comes with the pissed off I'm going to hurt you head. Because I was looking at her head, I'm like, damn, she's mad with this head. See, that's what I don't like about about they figures. They don't get on the peg. Mm. Got me working day and night. But yeah, there you go. Is she pissed off? She's pissed off, ain't she? I'm thinking she might be good. She might be good the way she is. You know what I'm saying? Just make her a what do they call them? Oh, yep, you already put it in there. Beat me to it. Kitsune. Yes. And yes, she has a change of hands that hold weapons. I wish she had a mask to cover her face. Then she could be like a fox ninja. How cool would that be? Hey, wait a minute. I've got plenty of ninja stuff. I could make her a fox ninja. Hmm. Okay, well, yeah. Kitsune it is then. That is what we shall do. I'm gonna keep the mad face on. I don't feel like fooling with it. Okay. Okay. All right. So I will get the kid bashing some of this, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to elevate my game, y'all, and give y'all a little more than what you usually getting, or more than what the other guy is willing or capable of providing. Because we the Rock With Me Nation and we rock with each other. And y'all rock with me, I'm damn sure gonna keep rocking with y'all. You dig? Okay. Now, I know earlier I had said something. Yeah, that's it, y'all. Unless y'all wanted to look at that Wolfman. Y'all didn't want to look at that Wolfman, did y'all? I'm gonna save him because I'm putting together my little special. I'm gonna give y'all a sneak preview. Is what I'm gonna do. Because most of my pieces for Halloween are coming together. Oh boy, are they coming together. There's some I ain't even showed y'all yet. And it's like, bruh, when I do my display, I think you know what? I might premiere it, live. I might premiere it. That's how excited I am about doing it because so much of this stuff is coming together for me. Now, I want to do one more action figure thing, and then we're gonna move on to the next couple things we need to get done. But right here, and I probably talked about this. Red Widow, Winter Guard. Have I taken you out of the package yet? I don't even think that. Unbelievable. We'll use the fillet next time. You're pointing the knife at yourself, D-Real. Stop being a sissy. I'm good. I remember one time I cut myself, though. That was not very pleasant. Cool. Okay, here we go. King Daredevil. Could I literally interchange these two's weapons? They're exactly the same, right? Am I tripping? Exactly the same weapon, right? Oh. Oh. It could be. But there's also a Star Wars figure that has this same exact freaking weapon. What is the deal with this weapon right here? Why is it in both? You know, I mean, it's the literal. Okay, don't believe me? Let's do it like this then. Which one is Daredevil's and which one is Red Widow? Exactly the same. Exactly. The friggin' same. No different. So, yes, Hasbro gets down like that sometimes. They are the same, Gray. They are the same. They are the same, Theo. They are the same. They're the same. They're the same. That's all I wanted y'all to see. I just wanted y'all to see that because it ain't me. I ain't out here tripping. I ain't smoked too many blunts. You know what I mean? I'm like, ain't they exactly the same? Because I was looking at them in the package and I'm like, that look like the same weapon to me. So, you ever lose your weapon for Daredevil, you know you can go get another one from Red Widow. Right? Right. I'm gonna put this back in. All right. Generation X, stand up. Because I got a question for y'all. Y'all of the Generation X. I was not trying to send you down the path to madness, but a repaint of Red Widow and a different head sculpt, Blue-Eyed Samurai. Moyo King, I shall consider it. Blue-Eyed Samurai, by the way, amazing freaking show on Netflix if y'all have not watched it yet. 10 out of 10 in my book. I did a review on it. Go check out the review. During the time in China when they wasn't allowing no outsiders in the country, and if there were outsiders in the country, they killed them. Young girl acts like a boy and becomes a samurai to go slay the white men that wronged her. So on that premise alone, I was in for the whole show. And it was not disappointing at all. 10 out of 10, y'all. You ain't seen Blue-Eyed Samurai, what in the hell are you waiting for? And I dare you to say it ain't good. I dare you. I double dare you. I triple dare you. I quadruple dare you. You're living on another planet if you don't like that show. Some of y'all might think. But anyway, Generation X, stand up. Because I got a question. But first, let me get my little cool graphic. a lot of talk is going on, negative and positive, about this Generation X. You got podcasters out there like the Dad Body Veteran, and Real Slim Sherry, and there are a few more out there that are just caping hard for Generation X, and are daring somebody to say something crazy about us, because they're gonna rip you a new one, and they're gonna do it smooth. So are we the heroes, or are we the villains right now? Because I'll be honest with you, bro. Right now, y'all, I kind of feel like a hero. You know, the folks that aren't Generation X see us as the villain, but I don't know. I don't see it that way. Is it them hating? Is it us? You know what I'm saying? Our lack of attention and affection by our parents made us hard, and because we didn't like the way our generation treated us when we had children, or our parents, not our generation, the way our parents treated us. So when we had children, we extracted what we needed from our parents, but left out other things and said, I don't want my kid to have to deal with that. And some of us have done well in that aspect, but there are others of us that took it to an extreme and created very, very sensitive adults that are caping and capping for justice in ways they don't need to, if that makes sense. If we're villains, then we are villains who commiserate amongst ourselves. Because Generation X ain't asking nobody else to get on board and ride with them. Generation X ain't asking nobody else to be them cats with them. Generation X ain't asking nobody to not give up like we don't give up. That's on you if you choose not to. See what I'm saying? So, let me see. Watch Blue Eye Samurai, or we send Jupiter to your house. That's coming up. Stay tuned. We are the warriors. We are the warriors because we literally did come out and play. Thanks for the setup, Mario. That's why I showed that graphic that said Generation X raised on the water hose and the glut. But bruh, you went outside, you stayed outside. And if you came inside, you was staying inside. You get up early in the morning, go out, leave, don't come back to the evening. Ain't got no cell phone, ain't got nothing. Ain't nobody worrying about you. Good. That month is at my house. I'ma kick back because you ain't got no kids in the house. So again, I ask you, for simply relating our experiences on social media, are we the villains? Because I've seen this video where they're like, okay, we getting ready to get Generation X next, like we got Boomer. to the point where you made boomer a bad word, or made boomer a word where that you use to ridicule or make light of or less of that generation. We was like, we got proactive. We was like, F that. I wish you would say something about me. And if you do, I'm gonna come for you, your mama, your daddy, your grandma, and anybody else that got something sideways to say about it. Generation X up in this BI, you know, just got radicalized about it. And it seems like it's to the point where folks feel offended by it. You know what I mean? Why are they offended by us? Why? All we doing is living. All we doing, because that's all you hear. Generation X folks talking about the water hose, the street light, the ass whoopings, riding your bike without a helmet, all that. It's just, I don't know. I don't feel like I've done anything villainous. I just feel like I, as a part of Generation X, don't move like somebody from another generation. And you can tell, you know, it's easy to spot us. It's easy for us to spot each other. You know what I mean? Because we come together and we the first generation looking good. You know what I mean? Go to our high school reunions, be looking nice. I done went to two of my high school reunions. I went to my 10-year reunion and I went to my 30-year reunion. And then we had, so three, and we had a 10-year reunion, like the classes of 80 and 90 all came together. So that was Boomers and Generation X came together and we had a big 10-year reunion. So I did that too. So it's not hard. We don't care if don't nobody accept us. It's enough for us where we just like, we can make our own little planet called I don't give a fuck land. You know what I mean? And just have old arcade, bring back arcades and just wild out playing Pac-Man and Galaga and Gyrus and all of that type of stuff. And, you know, just living your life, doing what you do. You know what I mean? I told a younger coworker who was talking trash about us to be careful before I say something to mentally destroy you and not apologize about it. It just stare at you while it marinates in your spirit. Hey, they just don't understand, man. I have to tell myself all the time, go over in the corner, D. Because I hear things and I want to say something, and it's like, I am ultra effective at telling the truth. And sometimes there's not much tact and there's not much filter. It's just raw, you know, because sometimes people don't get when you say, I mean what I say and I say what I mean. I ain't got no reason to be mincing words and bullshitting with you. When I tell you something, you best believe I'm going to deliver like Federal Express, like Amazon. You know what I mean? You go and get it. You're going to get this work. And it's up to you if you get this work or not. That's my generation. That's just how we move. If you ain't like it, leave me alone. Either come in or stay out. You better have your butt home by the time the street lights on and rub some dirt on it. It'll be all right. With staples in my upbringing from both of my grandmas. Yeah. Or go out there and get me something to beat your ass with. And you can't come back with no little one. You come back with a little bitty one, that's when she braid them. Ooh, that's child abuse. That's what would be called child abuse today. Yeah, as far as, you know, interaction with the opposite sex, dating, it wasn't no computers. And so we didn't waste our time on computers with Rumble and Bumble and Humble and Tinder and Bender and all of that kind of stuff, because you could just walk up to somebody and be like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's happening? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? And if they felt you, they'd have conversation with you. If they didn't, they look you up and down and roll their eyes and keep it moving. Or tell you to keep it moving. Wasn't no catfishing. That shit didn't happen. Because if you had a picture and you wanted to send me a picture of you, you'd have to send it to me through snail mail. Who's gonna take all that time to take a picture? Now, hang on. We talking about a picture. Send me a picture of you. 1985. No, let's go back. 1985. Send me a picture of you. 1984. This is how that went. First, I gotta take the picture. Second, I gotta develop the picture. Third, I gotta find a picture I like. Fourth, then I gotta put that mug in an envelope and write some kind of fun letter to it, or write something on the back of it. Then send it to you. See, y'all got it too nice. You want to send a picture of somebody? Bah! Send. That's how you know it ain't no BS. That's how you know it ain't no cat. I ain't going to all that damn trouble to send a picture to you and it be gonna be a picture of somebody else. That's just silly. I made my grandma get up and get her own switch once. She tried to uproot a tree. Facts. Yeah. So it doesn't sound like we're the villains. It sounds like we are just people who have similar, relatable experience. And other generations, with the possible exception of boomers, other generations don't like the way we vibe with one another. But that's what they don't understand. We don't give a how y'all feel about how we vibe with each other. We vibe with each other because we vibe with each other. We don't vibe with each other because we care about your approval or your disapproval. Bro, the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So, Generation X, my hat is off to us. Because we are the shit and the smell. They don't have coping skills, so they blame us. Bruh, I can't tell you, man, how many times I done been having a conversation with my daughter, and I have to break it off because I can feel her energy, and her energy is like, I'm getting ready to get mad, and my energy is like, I don't give a fuck if you get mad, but I'm like, I can't do that because if I do that, I know she's gonna cry. I know she's gonna get upset. So it's like, dude, just walk away. Walk away. But I love my baby. I love my baby dearly. And the fact that she has a strong mind and is strong-willed. Guilty. Yeah. I would rather she be somebody confrontational that could stand up for herself than somebody who just folds like a lawn chair every time somebody says something mean. So I did my J.O. Prof say he was a bad kid who got a number of spankings. A bad kid who got a number of spankings. You didn't get toe up, Professor. You didn't get your ass beat. You didn't get your ass whooped. I didn't get spankings. I do not think ever my mother said to me, if you ain't home by the time the street light comes on, you're gonna get a spanking. If you go outside and I catch you playing in your school clothes, remember that? Remember that? Yeah, you had a whole nother set of clothes. You couldn't play in them clothes you went to school in. You had to go in the house and change into your play clothes. Yeah, I ain't getting no spanking for that. Got my ass whooped. I got towed the F up. I got wrecked. I wish I would have got a spanking. Spankings don't sound as painful as ass whoopings. I had a homie, man. His mom was a teacher and his dad was a cop. And he could count the number of times he got a like physical whooping. I'm like, you lucky mother. My mom come through here whooping my ass on humbug. You know? Why dishes ain't done? Why this teacher calling me? How come you wasn't in class? Just ground me, ma. Don't beat me and ground me. Yeah. Notice I used the word beat. Not spank. I got beat. Hey, family. Are we ready for the we ready for the Philadelphia talk? First, did you read Philadelphia issue 10 by Rodney Barnes and Jason Shawn Alexander? Did you watch my review on Philadelphia issue 10? No? That right there? You haven't seen that yet? Okay. Lucky for you, I'm here. And we will give you hot. Oh goodness. I guess I might have a little time to go out on the deck. Me one for I got to call it an ease. Anyways, though. Red and gold. Till I'm dead and cold. Effing right. Yeah, issue 6, and you've been following the story through me. Okay. Fair enough. So, for those of us that haven't been following, perhaps, Abigail Adams has implemented her plan of sowing terror into Philadelphia through her vampire horde. She doesn't care about the rights of people. To her, they are slaves and food. Nothing more, nothing less. To that end, she created a vampire out of a hulk of a slave by the name of Jude and used him as her personal assassin. But what we don't understand about Mr. Jupiter, he got a history. He was the property of one Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, that Thomas Jefferson. And he thought they were friends. And he thought he could talk to Thomas Jefferson the way you talk to a friend. And he got his ass whooped. Because he talked to him that way. And then he learned he was naught but a slave. But then, when Abigail Adams turned him into a vampire, these vampires they're having battles with, he's one of those vampires, as you can see. But, I'm sorry, not that one. He wanted to share his story about how Thomas Jefferson, inherited Shadwell, and later on went on, had Monticello, became this great guy, married Martha Wells, she died. He started boning this slave named Sally Hemings, who is going to figure into the story later on. But right now, we focusing on one of Abigail Adams' henchmen, one Fergus O'Neill, also known as Toppy. Toppy was in Deadwood, South Dakota in 1876. That is the wild, wild West. Toppy was a stepping fetching who fought for the Confederacy during the Civil War and earned his freedom and made a living in South Dakota as an undertaker. Wild, wild West, great place to be an undertaker. As soon as Muzz died, boom, you on it. But now, when Toppy was in the Civil War, he made a lot of enemies. Made a lot of Union enemies. A lot of Union enemies that found where he was. Found where his house was. Killed his wife and daughter. He runs into Abigail and John Adams. They turn him into a vampire. He murders them folks, and those folks are no more. And Toppy is a faithful servant of Abigail Adams, or the Adams family. The Adams family? Yeah, the Adams family. Meanwhile, Jupiter attacks an entire lockup. That entire lockup becomes vampire. That entire lockup is on the street, wilding. Meanwhile, Jupiter got a different mission. Okay? Jupiter pulls up at Abigail Adams' spot, chops off a vampire's head, comes in the room and lets Abigail Adams know, B, I'm here to kill you. Because Abigail Adams treated him like a slave. See what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of emotions going on. Whole lot of emotions. Meanwhile, James Sangster Sr. has been extracted from the grave. He was chilling with his wife. And now he's here doing this. Folks shooting at stuff and things blowing up. And he's had enough. He's had enough because he's out here helping his son trying to do stuff, and his son he was supposed to take the mantle, is what it looks like. Because James Sangster Sr. was the detective that was the stuff in Philly, and he knew how to handle his biz. And Junior was supposed to come in and take over. Junior ain't do that. And that, coupled with you pulled me away from my wife in the afterlife at the worst possible moment, is why I'm saying to you, I want you to grow the fuck up, is what he said to him. And Jose comes in and asks, well, what's that all about? And he let her know, yo, I was with Gloria. We could have been together forever. And this fool brought me back to this shit. So she feels that. She's like, I'd be mad too. But the story ends with Jupiter rolling up on Abigail Adams and saying, I'm here to kill you. For all of the pain, all of the anguish, all of the BS, all of that. Also, too, we know from this story, Thomas Jefferson got turned into a vampire. So that's a question too. Where is Thomas Jefferson? Are we gonna see vampire Thomas Jefferson soon? And if Thomas Jefferson and John Adams are both vampires, how many more presidents? And I'm still walking. Interesting prospect, isn't it? Rodney Barnes certainly does know how to weave a story, doesn't he? And the artwork by Jason Sean Alexander, I like the noir type of style that it is. What are y'all talking about in the comments? What y'all? Poor Jupiter and poor Toppy. Poor Jupiter and poor Toppy indeed. Also Brittany, who I didn't mention. Brittany, the young lady who traps child molesters. She doesn't understand. She thinks Abigail Adams. Let me go to it. I think I might. Where we at? Boom, right there. Oops, that ain't it. I'm sorry. I got so many. Or was it this issue? I don't even think it was this. No, it wasn't this issue. I'm sorry. Anyway, last issue. She's asking Abigail, why do you want to kill everybody? And that's what she's saying to her. Baby, I don't want to kill everybody, but sometimes the order of things just has to be this way. The strong prey on the weak. And because Brittany's a crazy little vampire girl, she understands that. And that is pretty much all of the news fit to print up to this point about Philadelphia. Y'all tune in for issue number 11 because we're going to find out where Seesaw has been all this time. And what has he been doing with his magic? That definitely is going to be an interesting read. Now, my question is, what I got to do to get the rest of y'all involved in Philadelphia? I mean, y'all see clearly I have moved away from the usual fare. I'm not trying to be like somebody else. I'm trying to be me, and being me, I'm going to bring you what I know is a good read. What I need to do to get y'all on board, what I need to do to get y'all to rock with this amazing book by a black writer and artist. Well, the artist ain't black, but the writer is black, very black. He's been doing stuff in he's been writing books. He's been writing for television shows. He's got his own podcast. Like I said, he's doing Philadelphia, issue number 36, think it's getting ready to drop next month. Man, what is it I need to do to get y'all on board? Rock with the book, y'all. Rock with the book. It's a good read and a bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff to get ready to jump on. Now, last thing I want to talk about before I step off, of course. Now I got one question. How many people posted something about Chad yesterday? Now, when I say how many people posted something about Chad yesterday, I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all, we post stuff about Chad all the time. It's not a big deal to us. But how come we didn't see all of it since Disney claims he's iconic in the role? Why didn't Disney do something? Why didn't Disney honor him? And it shouldn't have just been about his accomplishments with Disney. What about his accomplishments everywhere? Message from the King, 21 Bridges, Five Blood, My Randy Black Bottom, get up. My Randy Black Bottom, get up. 42. Marshall. Not only that, the man had a certain heart, a giving spirit, a loving spirit, a caring spirit, but that wasn't worth just mentioning. That wasn't worth saying happy birthday, Mr. Iconic. What that tells me is all of that iconic talk, all of that we honoring him by not recasting the role, complete BS. If this cat was so iconic, he could have rated a shout out. He didn't get a shout out from y'all. Just words. Words that get interchanged, exchanged, twisted up. Words create narrative. Sometimes words create false narratives. Ever think about that? See, everybody believes what they're told when you tell it to them, because that's human nature. You're supposed to take people at face value when they say something until they show you they're disingenuous. Now, in 2020, when Kevin Feige said all of that rigmarole he said, iconic, not recasting, what was the real reason he did all of that? Think about it. What's the real? This man who literally gave his life for his craft. Does that seem like a man that I don't know, y'all. Oh, hey sis, how you doing? I ain't trying to get you started, Theo. I ain't trying to get you started, bro. I gotta say what I gotta say. You know, if this sparks you, I'm sorry, but you know, it's just how I feel, bro. You know, I told you, man. I was on the radio yesterday, man. I was damn near tearing up. You know what I'm saying? Talking about it. So, you know, it's some shit. Anyway. Yeah. Disney only honors their paycheck. It seems that way, don't it? It seems like that's all they give a shit about. Well, they ain't even doing that well no more. You know what I'm saying? They turned into a damn sieve and they just bleeding, leaking money like crazy lucky for them, y'all in an up moment right now because Deadpool and Wolverine is keeping you afloat. How them Thunderbolts gonna do? How that Captain America gonna do? That gonna get them back on track? They're gonna be billion-dollar bangers? We'll see. Because they don't know no better. Some of them, come on, y'all, they don't know no better. The rest of them don't give a shit. They riding trends. And once that trend slow down, they jumping on. But for people like us, where it's not a trend, where it's something we actively support, it makes our support seem intermittent because the vast majority of people who say they down ain't really down. They just along for the ride. So I saw people trying to defend the decision to make an on-screen memorial for profit and go to length trying to justify. Wow, indeed. Well, yeah. I saw that too, Greg. I saw that too. And it was people going hard in the paint defending this bass backwards freaking narrative. I'm honoring you by removing every vestige of your role and the character. How in the fuck is that honor? I'm honoring you by wiping you out of existence? Kevin Feige think he Thanos, huh? See, this is why I say the things I say, and this is why I move the way I move. I don't care I ain't moving like everybody else. I ain't supposed to move like everybody else. I'm supposed to move like me. Okay? And if that's too slow for you, if it's too fast for you, I apologize. It's the only way I know that. So when I'm watching people say things like this, like create a narrative where you saying, I don't want to see this character ever again. And people saying, I'm good with that. You know what I'm reminded of? Remember that saying, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making people think he didn't exist? The greatest trick Disney ever pulled was making black people think the erasure of a black man and a black character was an honorable gesture. Recast T'Challa until they recast. Ooh, hey, I like it. Hashtag recast T'Challa until they recast T'Challa. That is going to be a graphic tee coming real soon. Q&A. 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 I saw some DJ equipment for like $70. How to start training. Oh, right. What's you say? This is the 4th anniversary of his death day. Well, yesterday, but yeah. We acknowledge that person, life. We don't tie a person's whole existence to their past. Should Trump drop out at this point? Nah. Nah. I want to see it. I want to see the look on his face. I want to hear the BS that comes out of his mouth. I want to hear it all. Nah. Nah. Not at all, Kamoya. What do you when you have sentinels and a sentinel armor Black Panther? What do you when you have sentinels and a sentinel armor Black? What do I do? Or what do you do when you have sentinels and a sentinel armor Black Panther? What do you do? What do you do when you have sentinels and a sentinel armor Black Panther? If we talk about action figures, a video. If we talk about like in comic or in battle, sentinel armor Black Panther beat Sentinel. I knew this question was coming. Are you doing the show with the Chiefs game on next Thursday? I don't know. I might try to do the show a little earlier. I don't know. I might have to talk to my buddy Theo and see, if we can work something out, if I can pigeonhole the time somewhere in the day where I can get my live done and I don't got to be bothered. I can just holler and scream for my squad in peace. That's probably what I'll do, more than likely. In action, please. Oh, if you got Sentinels and you got Sentinel armor Black Panther, yeah, you better do a video, or you better show them to me. He's a malignant narcissist who thinks he's incapable of being wrong or losing. Nah, exactly. I'm with Paul on that one. Nah, he said he was more beautiful than Kamala. Now, why Kamala ain't the most beautiful thing on earth, she ain't the equivalent of Donald Trump, and he'll. I don't even know why I brought that up. Never mind, y'all. Carry on. We know what Kamala looked like. We know what Donald Trump looked like. Let's not even go down that road. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds like, yeah, let's add delusional to malignant narcissist who's capable of being wrong or losing. Now, although this may be the case, what I also encourage y'all to do, look at everything, not just the candidates. Look at what they claim to represent and how they claim to represent. And above all, do not forget, we are still in a lesser of two evils situation. We just didn't pick the lesser evil last time. We picked the worst evil. Focus on the policies, not the people pushing them. You hear me what I said? Focus on the policies, not the people pushing them. And that's all I'm saying. Democrats are not 100% right about everything. Democrats are not 100% the way to go. Just like Republicans, damn sure ain't the way to go. That's why it's so important that you look at the issues and examine them. That's why it's so important that you look at the policies people propose to present and go, hey, that works for me. Hey, that works for me. Because that's all it is. Asking yourself. Because this is what I asked. This is what I asked someone who's pro-Trump. What did Donald Trump do in the 4 years that he was in office that directly benefited you or helped you in some way, shape, or form? You can weed out the fools from the intelligent ones very, very easily with that question. On both sides. There are radical leftists. Yale Hughley is one of them. What did the president do for you that benefited you, supported you, helped you direct? Has anybody ever thought about that? It's probably not a long meditation because many of us feel like nothing was done for us during the last administration. Some of us feel like ain't nothing being done for us in this current administration. If ain't nobody giving you the act right you want, why would you continue to support them, Republican or Democrat? If your life is still bad, if things are still effed up for you, no matter who's in office, gotta examine the policy. What rules are in place? And what a lot of people don't understand, a lot of rules, a lot of policies, a lot of laws don't take effect until after the session of Congress or that implemented it are moved or switched out or changed, or the president is gone for that matter, and the stuff he implemented or want to implement it doesn't take effect until after he's out of office. So a lot of times you get a shitty policy and you ain't aware of that shitty policy and when it was implemented, and you just assume the president that's currently in office implemented it. Laws, regulatory stuff is not instantaneous unless somebody says that needs to be implemented tomorrow or today. Are we aware of that? So when we go, Bush messed up a bunch of stuff. Bush was stupid. Bush was probably dealing with a lot of stuff that the Clinton administration had implemented. Obama inherited a mess of BS from the Bush administration that he had to fix, that he had to change, that he had to re-implement. Trump, not caping for him, implementations from Obama's administration were taking effect during it. So that's what I'm saying. If Harris wins, get ready to deal with some stuff Biden implemented, approved. How you gotta look at it, y'all? We got it crazy. Sylar from Heroes with an Infinity Gauntlet instead of Thanos versus MCU Heroes. Bigger L for Heroes. Sylar with an Infinity Gauntlet might be redundant. Because ain't Sylar's primary power aping powers? All he need to do is get at Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, a couple other beings, and he'd have the power of an Infinity Gauntlet. So, yeah, Infinity Gauntlet would definitely be a bigger L for the heroes, a gigantic L. They always fall on those stimulus checks that Trump didn't want to give out. That wasn't even implemented by Trump's administration. That was implemented by the Obama administration. A lot of people don't know that. He just signed his check too. He just signed the check. Did you know that? Ounce of knowledge is worth a pound of ignorance. I get pissed with the outrage on both sides of the orange one's effery. It's been obvious for decades. Trump tried to actually destroy a lot of what Obama had accomplished. Yep, tried. Yeah, tried. I mean, and this is something that I think everybody needs to understand. No president, black, white, male, female, is going to be perfect. That's something we need to understand. That's something we need to wrap our brains around. Presidents ain't gonna be perfect. Presidents are often victims of their administration. Do you think everybody in the Clinton administration liked Clinton? Do you think everybody in the Bush administration liked Bush? Do you think everybody in the Obama administration liked Obama? No. They was in Obama's shit about wearing a tan suit. So, nah. They didn't. So, it's hard to get stuff implemented when you're fighting with the people across the aisle and the president. You can't get nothing done. You're too busy disagreeing with each other, or you're too busy blocking each other. If you ever sat around and watched C-SPAN, that's pretty much what the fuck happened. All day. Now they done elevated that shit up to like Jerry Springer type drama where people are popping off on each other across the aisle. I'm not watching it for that. I'm watching it to find out what kind of policies y'all going to implement. Not that y'all talk about each other, talk about somebody's eyelashes or them being a bleach blonde, good body, bleach blonde, whatever. You know what it is. The 6 Bs. Bleach blonde bad pill. There we go. Bush box. There we go. Okay. Is that all the questions y'all got to spit the print for me? All right, well, here I am, popping back in normal mode. What do I got going? You're going to get some more Philadelphia. I forgot to go to my box and check it yesterday, so I don't know what new stuff is in there, but we are probably going to have a video or something from one of the books in my box, whether it be Gotcha Man, whether it be this next Black Panther book, whether it be, something else I'm collecting, but I will give y'all a book for sure. And also, I'm going to do a video on action figures I would like to see from T'Challa's Road. Yeah. I've done this before, but I see there's more that I want to do. So I have my 5. I'm looking at them. Yeah, that I would like to see an action figure of. Paul Martin. Hell yes. Hell yes. I am over freaking joyed. I wish they would have got rid of Sky Moore too, because we got plenty of punt returners. We got plenty of kickoff returners. That's all you need him for. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked to keep the Luis Reed Zammit and uh, uh, Remigio, but you know, it is what it is. And then they needed to get rid of some folks because we got Juju back. So we'll see what's gonna happen. We'll see what's going on. Okay, y'all. Make sure y'all are here tomorrow, same real time, same real channel. And Theo B and I are going to be doing Friday Night Vibing. And I think we're gonna play an improv game or two tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. Among the other chicanery that goes on a Friday night here on this channel, please tune in for it. Thank y'all. Rock with me, Nation. Pulling up and playing with me tonight, listening to me tonight, listening to me chatter and talk about strange things. I'm gonna turn the music off so you can hear me better. Also, too, the mechanic is such that I cannot sign off without. You know what I mean? Like I said, thank y'all again for pulling up. That is it for now, y'all. But fret not. I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good and be good to each other.